Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com, the climate guy setting the record straight about climate. This video is about Arctic fake news. Every day we see stories in the press about Arctic sea ice disappearing, record heat in the Arctic, Greenland melting down, we're all going to drown, multi-year sea ice disappearing. Are any of these stories true? Let's look at the data and find out for ourselves. This is the current Arctic sea ice extent graph from the Danish Meteorological Institute. If we zoom in on it, we can see a lot more detail. The red dot represents current sea ice extent. The three lines below it represent sea ice extent in the past 3 years, 2014, 2015, and 2016. We can see that sea ice extent is higher than it's been in any of the past 3 years. Sea ice extent is also just below 2013, shown in blue, and not far below the 1981 to 2000 mean, shown in dark gray here. It's also within the 2 standard deviation light gray band, which means that Arctic sea ice extent is normal. So perhaps climate alarmists don't trust the Danish Meteorological Institute for some reason. Let's look at what American experts show. This is the same data from the National Snow and Ice Data Center in Boulder, Colorado, and it shows pretty much the same thing. The light blue line is current sea ice extent in 2017, which is quite a bit above the red line, which was last year, and slightly above the purple line, which was 2006. 2006 was an important year because it had the highest summer minimum extent of the last 11 years. We've seen that claims of record low Arctic sea ice extent from experts in the press are untrue. Next, let's look at their claims that the Arctic has been record hot. This graph is from the Danish Meteorological Institute. It shows near polar temperatures with a red line. You can see that they're running well below normal, represented by the green line, and they've been below normal for the entire month of May. The pattern in recent year has been for above normal temperatures in the winter, though far below freezing, but below normal temperatures during the melt season. This is the 2014 graph, which has been showing the fairly typical pattern since the year 2001. Temperatures dip below normal in May, and they stay below normal all through the melt season at the end of August. The pattern has been above normal temperatures in the winter and below normal temperatures in the summer. These are the temperatures that keep getting described by journalists as record hot. They're actually like minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It's extremely cold. The temperatures we should be focused on are the summer temperatures when ice can actually melt, and they've been running well below normal and just above the freezing line. Claims that Arctic sea ice is disappearing and that the Arctic is record hot are fake news. Next, let's look at the claim that multi-year sea ice is disappearing. This is the current multi-year sea ice map from the Ocean and Sea Ice Satellite Facility, the most recently updated one from May 15, 2017. White shows areas of multi-year sea ice. Let's compare that with 2009. You can see that there's a lot more multi-year ice now than there was in 2009. Multi-year sea ice is doing the exact opposite of what experts claim. They claim it's disappearing. It's actually increased quite a bit since 2009. The next claim is that Greenland is melting down. This is the current surface mass budget of the Greenland ice sheet from the Danish Meteorological Institute. The blue line shows ice gains since September 1st of last year. As you can see, it's at a record high. Greenland gained more than 700 billion tons of ice this winter. That's more than 100 billion tons above normal. Claims that Greenland is losing ice at a record pace are clearly fake news. Next, let's look at Greenland temperatures. This graph shows current temperatures on the Greenland ice sheet. You can see that they're extremely cold. It's minus 13 degrees centigrade or 9 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm pretty sure that ice doesn't melt at those temperatures. Now let's review all of the Arctic fake news. Arctic sea ice extent is not at a record low. In fact, it's in the normal range. This is confirmed by multiple data sources. Polar temperatures are not hot. They're below normal. And summers have been running below normal since the year 2001. That's the melt season. Multi-year sea ice is not disappearing. There's quite a bit more of it now than there was in 2009. Greenland is not melting down. It's actually gained a record amount of ice this winter. And Greenland temperatures are extremely cold. Everything you hear from the press and experts about the Arctic is fake news. If you want the real story, visit Toto on the web at realclimatescience.com. He's been pulling back the curtain on junk science for a long time.